Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Everything Call of Duty here with the Call of Duty Geek, where you will find a ton of Call of Duty content. Now for all of you gamers out there, one thing we can agree on is that the map is essential to the game. If the map is great, the game is more enjoyable to a lot of people. If the map is too hard, things start to get a little wonky for players, and they may not like the game as much as it deserves. So today, I want to talk about the top 5 hardest zombie maps in Call of Duty. If I miss one that you think is harder, state your argument in the comments below, because I really want to know which maps are more difficult than these. Number 5. 5. Huh. Now this map is much harder when you are not playing with a good team, but it is still challenging even with a decent team. It has a lot of tight spaces and no real good way to navigate the map. The best tactic I found so far is holding down the DEFCON roam. Even this is pretty risky, but if you try to hold down the lab, you are killed by gas crawlers, and holding down the first floor is nearly impossible without the electric barrier set up. It is a good thing the game is challenging, but it doesn't feel impossibly pointless. There are several wonder weapons that are extremely helpful in defeating the zombies. There are also a few power-ups, one of which is exclusive to this map, but players can utilize the death machine, giving players a handheld minigun for 30 seconds. It doesn't overheat, and it has endless ammo. This will certainly get you out of a sticky situation. In any event, this is a challenging game to play despite the power-ups or weapons. So if you want to play, find a good team that will have your back as you play. Number 4. Nuketown. Nuketown is a relatively small map, but it is really hard to beat. This map actually has a reputation that makes players avoid playing, some saying it should be removed from the general playlist for being too challenging. One tip is to stock up on grenades and just launch them rapidly at spawning. Even doing this doesn't prevent you from being shot from unexpected directions. On the other end of the spectrum, there are players that love the challenge. They accept that Nuketown is supposed to be absolute insanity. There's the decent system that works for many players in Nuketown. That is, to have one sniper on your team. Not everyone can have this job, so just pick one person, 1 or 2 rushers, and 1 or 2 AR LMG users. Having this type of team seems to be the most effective way players can get through the map. However, you still need to deal with how quickly the spawn flipping is, because no matter your team or tactic, that does not slow down. Number 3. Verroct. Now this map gets even more challenging, largely in part to not having a reliable wonder weapon. There isn't a great spot for camping or training because everything is in tight close quarters. The best tactic is to continuously activate the electrical traps. I mean, the word Verroct means insanity, so what else should we expect? This map has been reworked and revised several times, and honestly it just keeps getting harder. It is interesting that this was the first zombie map to have 2 separate spawning areas. These areas are separated by an electric door. However, it is still full of short hallways and narrow staircases, making combat extremely difficult. The zombies are far more aggressive than its predecessor, and they can attack through the barriers. As if all of that isn't enough, the zombies are also faster. These zombies will take you down in 2 hits. I can certainly understand why this game is dubbed as one of the hardest zombie maps that we can play. So good luck and Godspeed, my friends. Number 2. ShangriLa. In all of the other challenging maps, players could at least run circles to make things last longer and figure out how to play. ShangriLa, you can't really run circles. You have to run through the map the whole time even though the passages are thin. If you're a good enough player, you can run circles at the AK-74U, at the spawn, or by the water where the mule kick is. This map falls right in line with being so close quarters that is the #1 reason why players find it challenging. This is a map that is easily a love or hate it map. Yes, it is ridiculously hard to beat, and you will get frustrated and angry, probably out the game. But I mean, are you even a gamer if you don't do those things? Number 1. Noctur Untoten. Yes friends, I think you all knew this was coming, especially if you have played through all of the maps. This was the first zombie map and the mechanics were still being worked out, but for this Night of the Undead, it is hard and terrifying. It features 2 utilities, the mystery box and sniper cabinet. There is a time limit, so if you're not fast enough, you pay to open the box, but you won't get the weapon, so move quickly. There are no perks or stationary box hoarding in Noct, and that makes it pretty hard for a lot of players. Thanks for watching everyone, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe so you never miss new content from the COD Geek.